Brielle, mon étoile. I am sitting on a 3,500-year-old midden on Galliano Island. It is a name given to the accumulated shells of oysters, clam and mussels left by people a long, long time ago. This place belongs to the Penelakut. They still live here on this island, which is part of the Greater Coast Salish territory on Vancouver Island. It is a beautiful sunny day, and all around me the forests shelter the beach, like two protecting slightly curved arms around the water. There is a sense of safety here, the pointed branch of the pines standing on guard like warriors on the crest of the circling forest. There are noisy, busy birds in the trees, and from time to time eagles making their mile-high rounds in the blue sky. The tide is low, and the beach from where I sit has the familiar scent and sights of Gabriola. This is a precious, fugitive moment when life is sweet and good. The view from here to the distance is amazing. Apart from some little islands too small and low to matter, there is no obstacle in sight. I read that the view extends to 50 kilometers. I wish you were here with me. You are always begging for stories, and now that you are a big sister, as you say, you are asking for scary ones. Actually, I do have a kind of scary story to tell you about this place. But this letter is meant to be read by you when you are much older, so by then the thrill of your childhood stories will be replaced by very different ones. It is said that the people who lived here, the Penelakut, chose it because it had such a long, clear view. They could see any enemies coming in their canoes from afar, warn their community and prepare their defense. You would, like me, find it easy to see the feared canoes, to feel the dread of their approach, and hear the loud beating heart of the drum. And real warriors like the sentinel trees of today, preparing to defend and protect. I will not read this story to you, although I know you will still have the same love for books that you have now. But the subject matter is far from quaint, and I hope that you will understand its message. You will know, when you finally read this letter, what war means. But what this story is meant to tell you is about the kind of enemies you will have to make sure you see clearly and against whom you must use all the defense that you have been armed with. You are already far wiser than I ever was at your age. You are also kind and thoughtful, and full of wonder and fun. You are my little star, shining in the universe of my heart. I love you, Mamiji. Mirabelle, ma petite prune. Today I visited Galliano Island Cemetery. I have always liked cemetery, often try to visit them when traveling. I have special memories of cemeteries in tiny old villages in France in the summer, where grassy corners of ancient village churches are either deliciously shady or drenched with hot sunlight. The profuse disarray of flowers seems to fill up all the spaces not occupied by headstones. Some of these are often completely embraced in vibrant red bloom that leave no stony spots for sadness. I hope that one day you will also discover that cemeteries are not just grounds where the taboo that curtains death sweeps the traces we leave on this earth. They are places where touching and beautiful history can be felt and read, in mounded graves, in sculptured and inscribed stones. They tell us a story of the past, not of the collective tragedies, but of each life lived, the storied pilgrimage of human souls who arrive from another dimension of being and were passing through this physical reality on their journeys to the other worlds of being that await a soul. Tilted rows of old grey tombstones stood among low cement or stone cots, resting deeply in grass, moss, and fallen leaves. Here and there, a few shy little daisies picked brave miniature crowns among green and brown blades of grass. The love and care of the living was everywhere present in the flowers, treasured objects, and words that still nurture the connection between presence and absence. You're so very young that it will be a long time before the idea and experience of death touches your life. At least I hope so, because it will acquaint your heart and spirit with the darkness of grief. But I also hope that when this happens, you will find some solace and brightness in what I'm writing to you today. And if I'm no longer with you, be confident that I really am, just in another room, and that I am and will always be loving you. So just come with me, share a short walk in this beautiful place that will show and teach us the joyous gift of life. I know that we must all discover wisdom for ourselves, on a journey that no one can make for us or spare us, but I'm confident that you will seek this wisdom diligently. You're just starting on your own journey. Be patient and forgiving with yourself always. Like me, like every human being, you will be presented with lessons over and over again, until your eyes, your mind, your heart and spirit all understand them at last. Remember the Creator, that great artist who gifted you, like he does for everyone, a beautiful spirit right from the start. Take good care of that gift. This is an act of grace, not punishment. Remember that all human beings come from the same source, that they all have been created equal, that we are not human beings on a spiritual journey, but spiritual beings on a human journey. And remember what the purpose of your life is, to serve humanity to the best of your ability. Be willing to be a beginner at it every single morning. Above all, never pass the opportunities to celebrate all the gifts of life. Believe me, they are more numerous than you can ever count.